Every great chef has one. One dish that changes everything. The plate that defines them, that earned the reservation, that people travel across the world to try. So in this new series, we're going inside that dish. Not just who made it, but why it matters. We're still telling the legacy stories, but in this new series, we're focusing on what actually ends up on the plate. And for Daniel Humm, that dish is duck. At 11 Madison Park, this isn't just a dish that stayed on the menu. It became something else entirely. Aged for weeks, glazed in honey and lavender, shown to you whole, then carved in the kitchen. The plate returns, refined, precise, unforgettable. This is the dish that defined Daniel Humm. Before 11 Madison Park, Daniel Humm had already proven himself to be a great chef, but he hadn't done it in New York yet. That was yet to be defined. At 11 Madison Park, he wasn't trying to copy tradition. He wasn't chasing experimentation either. He was asking a different question. What does modern luxury dining in America actually feel like? Not French formality, not molecular spectacle. Something quieter, more controlled, more intentional, and unmistakably his. The inspiration for the dish was simple: to achieve the crisp skin of Peking duck while still cooking the meat properly. Because when roasting duck whole, there's always a trade-off. You risk the undesired contrast, crisp skin but overcooked flesh beneath it. So the question wasn't how to cook the duck, it was how to control it. Not as tradition, but as precision. That's where the process changed. Instead of rushing the duck, Daniel Humm slowed everything down, dry aging the duck, letting time pull out moisture from the skin, concentrating the flavor, and the added bonus of giving the duck that blue cheesy-esque funk that you only associate with dry-aged ribeye. So when you finally crack it open, you're not choosing anymore. Crisp skin, perfectly cooked meat, both at once. This dish is built in layers, and I've cooked this duck far too many times to count, working out all the little intricacies that make the dish shine. First, the aging, weeks in a controlled environment to deepen flavor. Each duck gets rotated daily, ensuring even airflow, hung whole with the head, wings, and feet, later used to fortify the jus. Next, the honey, warmed so that you only get a thin layer. This is key. Seasoned with coriander, cumin, Szechuan peppercorn, and lavender, a nod to both its Asian inspiration and Humm's European upbringing. A glaze that doesn't overpower, it reframes the dish. Not sweet, not floral, just enough to make you stop and try to understand what you're tasting. Then, the roasting. High heat, high fan. Carefully timed to render the fat, while keeping the meat incredibly tender. Lastly, resting. Always foundational. But the duck isn't carved just yet. First, it goes on a slow walk through the dining room, too striking not to be seen from every angle. At different points in 11 Madison Park's history, the duck was carved tableside. More recently, that moment has moved back to the kitchen. What still happens in front of the guests is the finishing. A citrus duck jus. Rich, dark, deeply reduced. Brightened with fresh citrus and a touch of gastrique from the zest. And if you've ever had it, you may have been told about the duck seconds, the leg served alongside the breast. A small detail most guests never question, but it's worth knowing. That leg isn't from the same bird you're eating in front of you. It's braised separately from a red wine marinade prepared ahead of service. The garnishes around it shift with the seasons, always restrained, always minimal, always precise. But the core never changes. Duck, honey, lavender. Because once a dish reaches this level, you don't reinvent it, you showcase it. And in the end, it isn't just about flavor, it's about texture, aroma, and memory. A moment designed to stay with you. This is one of those dishes that no matter how hard you try, you could never fully recreate at home. Not because of one single step, but because of the entire system behind it. The sourcing alone from a small farm in the Finger Lakes, the dry aging process, the precision of equipment most home kitchens simply don't have access to. Even if you could replicate the steps, you couldn't replicate the environment they exist in. Other chefs have tried to recreate it, to reinterpret it, but dishes like this don't copy well. Because it's not just technique, it's timing, context, and identity. The moment a chef decides, this is who I am. And for Daniel Humm, this was that moment. When 11 Madison Park went plant-based in 2021, the duck disappeared from the menu, leaving many who had tasted it disappointed, to say the least. But it didn't stay gone. It's back. Because every great chef has one dish that changes everything. And this was his. This is Chef's Legacies. If you enjoyed this video or any of our other videos, please give us a follow and subscribe for more stories behind the world's most influential chefs.